Make sure. Hello? Okay. Yeah, I definitely think you should be able to hear me. All right, so we are live. This is my eToro account. Peace and prosperity for all. I could not put that in there. I just have peace and prosperity. But I do believe in peace and prosperity for all. That is my life's motto, and I do believe in it. I believe it's possible. I believe that the resources on Earth, human capital and the actual land capital, can be used better. There is an ultimate utilization of these resources, and we are far from it. And I would like to be at perfection. It is possible. But there is nothing wrong with trying to be perfect. Can anyone correct me on that? So let's achieve that. Let's just say we're at 1% of potential, if we're even that. Let's get to 2, okay? I mean, is that asking for so much? We'll get our baby steps. But let's get going for BTC. We have had a huge run up lately. This is a very bullish right now. What's happening? My name is Michael Daniel Baldino. I am so happy that you are joining me right now live. If you are with me, I want to give you a special shout out, and it is, and also for the people that will watch this later, it is my extreme honor to give you my opinion on this. I am not a professional financial analyst. If you want to make any decisions on investing, please consult a financial analyst. So, Bitcoin. What did it do right now? So, this is this incredible chart right now. So you see this W pattern that we're looking at right now. You can even see the MACD right now. It's very bullish. I think that's what he has right here, the MACD. This is from someone else right now. Let's see who we're reading right now. I have an eToro account. This is a Reaper 300 from Switzerland. About an hour ago he posted. I am New York time right now. Today we look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and my OTA charts. So bullish signals, but beware of warning signs. Okay, obviously there's always a beware. What are we on the lookout? What's more probabilistically going to happen? Okay, Bitcoin has definitely confirmed the formation of a W pattern on the hourly chart we're looking at, which it also happens to be a breakout from the small symmetrical triangle on my chart. Okay, and it could lead to breaking out of the larger ascending triangle. I'm expecting BTC to revisit the 24.2 level with a target of 24.9 given by the symmetrical triangle measurement. So, this is what are we looking for now? Obviously, no one knows the future. This is kind of like a good, we're looking at the hourly chart. This is a good time frame. Everyone agrees with that. These are just some short-term stuff here. So what happens in the short term is going to be affecting the long term, obviously. So this would mean a break above the current ascending triangle that has been forming since the 17th, which would likely lead to more upside to around 26,000. Okay, I really do think Bitcoin's definitely making this run right now. It's probably going to go to there. Obviously, you always think that they just want to go straight up to the top. It's going to go right to 100,000. It's going to go right to 1,000,000. It doesn't work like that. There are the ups and downs, but what are we looking at right now? Are we talking about a sell-off right now? Are we talking about uncertainty? Are we talking about sideways? It looks like we're talking about the last one, this is going up. It looks like we're an upward trend. We don't know how long this upward trend's going to last for. We have to be careful of little sell-offs. We also have to be careful of the big sell-off. Timing it, you can never really time the market, but just based on, probability and just standard deviation, during the times that Bitcoin's like this, it could be a couple days, it could be a couple weeks. It's probably going to want to reach a top. It's probably going to want to peak. Now, we don't know how long these last for. It could just go crazy. It could be like, man, Bitcoin's like at 30,000. Like it was just 16 the other day. You could have this huge run-in of people that just want to get in it before it gets to 100,000, and it could just buy it up real quick. We don't really know what buyers are going to enter the market. Does that happen? Is that possibility? Is that likely to happen? I mean, it's been likely to happen every single year, and it just keeps getting more and more likely, and that's why more people get into Bitcoin before it gets to $1 million, and it's probably going to get more. It's set up to get to 1 million. It's probably going to get maybe to 3 or 4, and maybe it will get pegged. It should get pegged eventually. One day, folks, it will be a currency, and it will get pegged at something, and it will just fluctuate. But right now, it's still trying to find its price, and based on what it is very valuable, very extremely valuable. It could be the world's global currency. It could be worth, by the time it gets there, it could be worth $100 million. It might need to get there before it actually takes over. So this is definitely your want to be long-term cryptocurrency over government currency. So we'll keep that in mind. Let's go back to the technical analysis. We got the green arrow path on the chart is my bullish prediction. Although considering how overextended Bitcoin currently is on the daily and weekly charts, I would be very cautious as a correction seems imminent. So it is overextended. We do have to be careful. We're looking at a drop. How big of a drop are we looking at? It's overextended on the daily and weekly charts. Okay, so be very cautious as this correction seems imminent. There might be a little sell-off. It did reach its high. Usually it just gets that little peak, and then people want to take their money in like a little short-term thing, and you're going to have some selling, and then that's going to lead to maybe more selling, and then there'll be some sideways, and then there'll be some selling, and then it's going to start it back its ascent to its new highs. Because remember, we're at the high. We just broke a new high, so we're at the level where it still wants to run. There's lots of buyers in the market that want to jump into it, and people are hearing Bitcoin new high again. Just like last year, I think a lot of people are going to go into it that are just hearing about it, and I think that a frenzy is going to start right now. I think it could be. We don't know, but it would be really, really nice if it did. So I'm very optimistic of it. But let's see. There is potential of a frenzy right now. This could be the year where people really go into this, really, really hard. Okay, and like never before. And Bitcoin could easily be $100,000 right now. It has just 100,000. That's only a 5 times increase. I mean, there are bigger people right now that just put in a lot of money. But you know what? If they're going to see a 5 times increase like that, if they're going to see it too quick, obviously they're going to tank the market. But if they're going to see it just like that, they might go, whoa, let me see how much this thing can run. That is wise. Because if you're getting a 5 times, think about the 500 times. Bitcoin is, and then where does the money come from? Well, there's a lot more people in the world to get in on this, okay? Especially when you're switching from the world's currencies, all of them, into crypto. And that's what I predict to happen. All of the currencies are going to go to crypto. It's just taking time. So you want to get in on the early, right? That's where all the money's made, and that's institutionals jumping in. The money is jumping in, and it's going to get really fun for cryptocurrency. It's been a fun decade. For those of you just getting in, welcome on board. It's been a wonderful ride. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has been a lot of fun. We want to welcome you to this. And just enjoy the ride for the next couple decades. Obviously, there's going to be some bumps on the road, but this is an upward trajectory thing. This is a buy the dip kind of thing. Okay, the past doesn't predict the future, but it certainly helps with. It doesn't predict it accurately, but it definitely helps show what's to come. And if you were an owner of Bitcoin. At this point, because it's only at all-time highs, but so we'll just say, instead of saying a month ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, we could say 2 years ago, right? At least if you were a buyer of Bitcoin 2 years ago, you were happy. 3 years ago, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you were happy. Okay, so it's a good thing to have. There's definitely still a run to be made. If you want to get in on it now, this is the time to get in, to pump it up, because there's just so many people that are getting in. Let's see how high it's going to go, because how high it's going to go now is going to predict the future. And right now, that it's not about it just getting. I don't think this is a new all-time high though. This is a different one, okay? Because now this is real. Because when Bitcoin hit 20,000, that was when the world went crazy. Okay, options are going out on it. Everyone's like, wow, this thing's actually really running. That was a very unique high of Bitcoin. It caused people like me to finally get in, okay, that have been sitting on the sidelines. I'm invested. It would have been nice to get in earlier, but it's very risky, right? But it was a good risk to take, and I was taking the risk, but I didn't follow through with it. However, there's still plenty to be made, and I've definitely seen that. And this now, hopefully, we're going to get the world's going to come in. Now they're getting its attention again. Now it's on the news again. And now this might be the really big one where it might 5 times like overnight. We might have like a quick because Bitcoin can do that, okay? Bitcoin is the world's biggest Ponzi right now, right? Because meaning the people that get in first are going to make the most amount of money. That's not really necessarily Ponzi, but you get in at first. This asset, this is cryptocurrency, is the asset over all government fiat currency. So when everyone gets in onto this, you just want to be ahead of it. Even if you're the last person to get in on it, it's still good for you. You got to trade your money for Bitcoin that everyone's using. So everyone gets a benefit all the way to the very end, right? The people that get in early on and that take more of a risk because this might not be the right one are going to get more of a benefit, but they have to calculate that into risk. You can live at whatever risk level you want in your life. There's nothing bad about being the last person to get in. You make sure that you make money other ways because you're not doing it passively or risking your money or what you're making. But so let's be careful of what Bitcoin's doing. But I'm really bullish right now. So this is just what the charts are talking about. But then we're putting in the factor of the human element right now. What's really going to be moving the markets right now? So you really need to know this isn't just like a computer knows that this is an all-time high, but this wasn't one the computer could know with like maybe all the more articles that are coming up. Obviously, a computer could see people were talking about it, but this was really the one that was making global news. So I think a computer maybe could see that there was something interesting going on about this one. But the fact that it's hitting that interesting number again is a really good sign that maybe let's see. We're just really eager to see what happens because what's happening right now is really setting up for the future. That obviously is a really makes sense statement. It's really empty to kind of say because it's just so obvious. But we just really keep in mind though we're looking for this new information to come up right now, and it's at a very critical time. It's always been a critical time, obviously, but right now we want to see if everything is now set up. The tire is on the wheel, the wheel's on the car is now on the road. Is it going to grip? Is right where we're at right now. Like, where's the traction? How far is this going to run? Because you know what? This thing could run. Use those Bitcoin charts, just go through, put it in a logarithmic form or go back and look at Bitcoin, what it's done when it was at like $50 or $10 or $100 or $1 or $1,000. Like, it likes to run up and go crazy. Okay, it likes to go from 1,000 to 20,000. So it goes parabolic. So we are in the parabolic area right now, is basically what I'm saying. So let's look out for that. And as I'm writing this, the W formation is pushing through, and I'd love to see a confirmation, right? Confirmation, or what's the future having? I'll just break out above the symmetrical triangle by having price drop to bounce back off the descending trend line on the chart before heading to the top of the ascending triangle as a result, which is what the green arrow path illustrates. But the 24K level may have too much resistance and create a triple top, which could be the catalyst for a stronger correction. Okay. As I'm writing this, the W formation is pushing through, and I'd love to see a confirmation of this breakout above the symmetrical triangle by having the price drop. Okay, I'm just reading that again. Okay, but the 24,000K level may have too much resistance, and create a triple top, which could be the catalyst for a stronger correction. See, that's what we don't like to see, because that is very possible. I know what he's talking about here. It's very reasonable that he's saying this, okay? So we're kind of breaking down this analysis right now to kind of give you guys the best analysis right now. So sometimes maybe the best analysis isn't an analysis. it's a reasoned analysis. What I mean by reason, like you have both sides kind of, you know, that are there, but you have two people right now working on it, and he kind of put out a good thing, and I can kind of maybe explain in detail how I would like to. It's obviously good for him to put his stuff out there if I'm misunderstanding things in any sort of way, but maybe he'll also have a response to my response, which would be really good, and you'll kind of have a full end. That would be like the best sort of news source. You have someone going in, I'm going to talk on it, he's going to talk about what I talked about talking on it, you know, and I maybe could say have one final word. I guess that would just kind of, you'll kind of want to end it there. He went out first, so he kind of gets to end with the final word maybe, and then I go, and then he can kind of end, and that would be it. And it'd be like a full response thing, and then maybe one more, and that would end it. Or it would only one more, and it would be done 3 and 2. So he could talk 3 times, and he would end with the last word because he started with it. So because you got the correct first, so it was risky for him to start. Okay, so watch the 24,000 to 24.2. So that's what he's saying over here, and this is saying 24.9. So he's saying this level. Okay, so he wants you to watch around here as breaking above it would lead to a new high and more upside. So he's saying what's most likely going to happen. So we're kind of at there right now. I won't pull up the screen just yet. But we're at 23.7. We just had a 23.939. We had like a really nice breakout. And it looked like it was running, but it's okay. It looks like it's taking a little cool down right now. And just taking a little breath before it runs back up again. But it definitely looks like what I'm seeing right here is definitely the 23.8 levels is what I'm seeing. I want to see tested. So he's around 24.2. So he's a little bit above it. So I like where he's thinking. I'll pull up the chart right here. I just got a basic chart right here. I'll pull it up for you. Yeah, you know, because I'm seeing right over here, this area. That's what this big drop just happened. A lot of price action right here. So I know it's, you know, coming back right here. It looks like, so right here, you know, you kind of got the support. It looks like it tested it maybe again right here. You could for sure say here because it was like, oh, let's go up. But it got that test for sure. Definitely sideways, tested it again, right? Testing, what's going on? Because it just came from really hot, a lot of highs right down this way. And because this is just a minute chart, but we're looking up what's happening right now. So it's catching it. So hey, let's go high. We want to. Look how many buyers showed up. Yeah, more buyers. A little selling, no big deal. More buyers. They're really here to show. So maybe because it was getting up here, right? We got right here. We got right to these levels again. Oh no, I'm scared. We're back here, you know, like you're literally right there. So it just makes sense. You know, there's a really nice symmetrical, oh man, 40. Well, I like to see those 45-degree angles because there's just that fight of the buyers and sellers are kind of matching. They're like there until it finally ends, and the buyers show up again. They're like, all right, we're done. They're like, where do you want to go with this? Because we're not really going to go much further. We're definitely not going to go further than here. Don't even think about right here anymore, right? So boom, boom. You know, they're still giving a lot of struggle, right? We're testing bottoms right here. We're testing these little areas. Tested it twice right here real quick. Like, oh, no, not going to be there. Yeah, we know that. Okay, let's go back up again. Yeah, well, I want to go up. Oof, I want to go up. Looks like we have some spikes right here. It's trying to get up. You know, this could have been a sell-off time. We didn't really know what was going to happen right here. This is a very uncertain part. This could be another downward trajectory from this motion, right? Because this could be a continuation of down. We don't know. But it looked like the buyers showed up, and that's why they had this really big spike, because maybe the buyers were going to show up. And I think that's what's happening right now. A little popped up a little bit. And then, you know, a little like, it doesn't seem super strong right now. I think people are still a little iffy. They're not sure because we're so close to the highs again. No one wants to put up big money right at these levels right now. This is a scary point, especially for Bitcoin, because it's a very volatile point. You know, Bitcoin likes to be really scary and jumpy. It's like a hot potato all the time. So, which is really good for traders if you could really match it. But we got some good technicals down here. Let me see. It'd be nice to sign in. I don't know what we have over here. Let me put some indicators. Just do Bollinger Bands. We could do, oh, we don't have volume on there? I'll just do like relative strength. I don't know why the Bollinger Bands didn't pop. Oh, I'm looking for the MACD is what I was thinking about. All right, you see so yeah, I mean it looks like the MACD is starting to, it had a huge little sell-off right over here. This is definitely the minute chart. A huge sell-off, right? Because it had a big run-up. It really did. And the sell-off didn't really go that down far. The MACD went way down, oversold, but relatively speaking, you know, caught right back up. It's sliding down the scale right now, but I like the slide I'm kind of looking at. It's trying to catch right now. I see that. It's been trying to catch. It's been trying. It's been a sell. It's been a hardcore sell-off. It's really been trying. But look, this one had a really good little run. It's like, yeah, I want to try it. This one looks like it's about to switch. On the minute chart, yeah, this is looking good. And then look, over here, just got the 23.9. Yeah, buddy. This might be 24.5, you know, 24.8. And then once it starts getting crazy at that 24.8 level, like right when it starts reaching that new high level again, it might. I think it's gonna have another run. I don't think it's gonna be a scared thing. I think people might get that little third wave in. That might be the last one. So that I think some Fibonacci numbers. I want to see what's going on there. That would be something to look up. Look up and look at. So 23.7. Yeah, look at that. The first green, baby. I don't think this is gonna be a one-time green. We don't have a lot of one-time greens here. We just really don't. Ooh, did you see that big old green? Yeah. We're officially in green territory, folks. And this is a green from the bottom. This is not just a green little, because we've been going green for a while. This is ready to run, baby, run. Look at this RSI building up right now. If I can't spot a run when I see one, right? I mean, this looks like a run to me. We're at 23.73.2. Okay? Look at that symmetry, folks. Okay? We're at 2.3732. Okay? And now we're at 2.37.37. I mean, you know, really, really great symmetry today. And what a great number just to start just continuing going up from. And we just went down from that 31. Okay, folks. Well, you know what? You can't always be right. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a little mild sell-off. But we still got green numbers here. Let's see how much green we're going to have. But this is what's fun, and this is why you invest, because it's risk. You could definitely lose it, and we're back to 2.37.37. So we're doing good. That was definitely expected. Sometimes like people do this like little selling stuff. I don't know, like just these little short-term stuff, but you know, it is what it is. Does it want to go a little down again? Does that RSI want to do a little dip before it goes back up? Remember, folks, it doesn't just go straight up. Okay, we're at our symmetry number 23732. I think this green wants to go a little higher. Now look, the last couple greens have not been good. I agree. I see that. They haven't really been doing much. This green was a really nice one right over here. This was like a lot of red, and then it wanted to make a little move. We've had a lot of red right now. It did make a little bit of a move. It wanted to make another move, but the sellers showed up right here, the 23.8 level. They really did, and it's yeah. So the buyers are showing up right now. Okay, they're right here. Hey buyers, hang in there. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's have our run. It's gonna be. It looks like it's today. You know, today's our run day. Today, tomorrow. I mean, it happens quick. Talking about the next couple hours, okay? So, run, baby, run. All right, we'll go back to eToro. So, watch the 24 to 24.2 carefully, as breaking above it would lead to a new high or more upside. But failing to do so may force Bitcoin's price to break the ascending triangle's lower trend line. And if that happens, you can expect a more significant drop, which would not be good. And that does happen. It just did earlier. Bitcoin almost got to its all-time high earlier, right? The 20,000 level. And it went down, and it had like a little 30% sell-off or 20% sell-off, and then it went right back up. It went real quick back up to it, and then it went right to all-time highs where we're at now. So it could happen again like that. I actually do expect it to happen. I'm just hoping that it would go back up again for a new high, because if you look at like a longer period chart, I mean, you're at the peak. We're going up right now. This is a straight ascent, and we're at that drop level where it just drops. So look, we're at 27, we're at 23,743. So we are making a little bit of an ascent. I'll keep this right up here, and you can see it just going up. Let's see that curve. All right. So watch the 24. Okay. In any case, as I said, a correction is bound to happen very soon. Okay, we're on the same page. The 21-week EMA and the 20-week MA still have a lot of catching up to do. And bouncing back up from 20,000 would be very bullish for Bitcoin. So yes, this chart prediction is bullish. But I'm very cautious, and I'll be waiting for a correction before I enter into a new trade here. Interesting. So that's it. He's currently waiting, and he'll get back in when there's a correction. You might sell a little bit at the top. And you should be, that's what I'm thinking about doing, is holding and then trading a percentage of what I have, and then hoping that whatever I trade, it doesn't matter, but just ends up turning into whatever I started with. But if I would have left it, would it have gone to more, is what the point is. So, oh, this is cool. I can still scroll down on this side and it stays up because this is not on the same screen. So that was cool. I thought I was going to switch over to this screen only. 23,758. Look at that. Let's push that little, once that you start pushing that standard deviation right there that it's in, oof, that's a good sign. I like it. But this is also the time when it wants to go to, the sellers want to show up and they're like, it ain't happening. But let's see. Could do a breakout. I mean, normally it goes down. But we'll see. So yes, this chart prediction is bullish. Oh, we got a little move up. So what's going to happen? It's not going above it too high. Let's just go both. We'll both go together. How about that? We don't like going up too high, remember. All right. And then Ethereum. Let's see. I think this is Bitcoin. This is what he meant by the catching up and moving averages. So this is a long-term ascending triangle 1 hour chart. One second here, folks. I think this could go up a lot higher, a lot faster, but this is so bullish. This is so bullish. Let's see this run. Let's do it.